Hello and welcome back to LP's Let's Play Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. Last episode we did Chapter 17. This episode we're doing Chapter 17. The episode before last we did Chapter 17, and the episode before that, also Chapter 17. This is at least a 4-part chapter. It's incredible. Maybe more? I guess we'll see. Avoiding those human scum cost me time, but I've almost made it to the altar. Rayson, are you well? T-Barn, how did you... Neolucci told us everything. Oh, allow me to apologize. I left on my own without a word to you, and this is what happened. As long as you're unharmed, all is well. Now let's go home. We bought Hot Pockets. Please, give me a little time. I cannot allow these humans to remain in the forest. I understand how you feel, but we're completely outnumbered. Let us wait for another day. Once I stand at the altar, I can take care of them. Every one of them. You can't mean... Are you thinking of using the forbidden magic? Yes. I will sing those monsters the dirge of ruin. Are you mad? You mustn't. I can't allow it. With permission or without, I do what I must. It is retribution for genocide. Retribution for this forest. Rayson, you must not let yourself be ruled by despair. Each member of the Heron tribe is an embodiment of balance. Do this and you warp your very existence. That's what they all said. My family, my tribe, and then they died. The humans were drunk with joy. They laughed, they sang, and then they slaughtered us like livestock. My mother, my brother, my elder sisters, even my infant sister Leanne, all killed in a single night. Rayson, I know. This I intend to do brings dishonor to my house, and yet I cannot forgive. And their past actions weren't enough. Now they violate the sanctity of the forest without a trace of regret. Accursed humans, I will never forgive them. Don't you think we understand that? Yeah.
That's right. Prince Rayson, there's no need for you to reject your honor based on the likes of them.
The tragic of the Herons, horror and pains of that night, it lives on in all of us. Let's return to Phoenicius and think of a plan. You are right, this will not stand. The full power of the Hawk Nation is behind you. The humans will pay. As you wish. Well, he was talked out of doing something drastic, clearly. I wonder what it was that it was going to happen. Enough already. Lay down your arms and surrender. We'll let you live.
Oh, grr, no, never. I'm not giving up. I've not finished yet. Out of my way, penniless wretches. Your very existence is an insult to all that is beautiful. All you really want is my wealth and beauty. Miserable curs, you reek of poverty and envy.
What beauty can you really have, Oliver? Goodness gracious, you're... gross.
Oh, but I understand your emotions, yes, I do. How could you sad vagabonds not want to be me?
That's the last thing in the world.
Silence! I am not a man to be daunted by mean beggars such as you. Merry Christmas. In the name of the goddess, I, Oliver, Duke of Tanash, will smite your hideous evil. To arms! To arms! Defend me with all the strength you possess. Oh, and bring me the little bird that blue-haired lout is carrying while you're at it.
Oh, please. Oh, Duke Tanas, you insatiable swine. It looks like he's actually on the battlefield this time, though, so this must be the end. Hey, here they come. Combat formation, everyone. Excellent. So do we get an opportunity to bring in reinforcements again? We do. We can select 2 more individuals. Who do we want from this list of 9? I'm going to lean on Brahm and Mia. All the way up to the northwest, a couple of units just walked in. The win condition is to defeat the boss, which I'm guessing is Duke Oliver. He's a bishop! I guess we already knew that, but he doesn't strike me as like the fighting type. I mean, look at him. He only has like 2 chins, but one of them's the size of his face. He's definitely not in the greatest of fighting shapes. He drops a Nosferatu, a dark type magic. But is there anyone else on the battlefield that would drop anything or even be recruitable? That's something that is important IMO to check out prior to the start of the... Ooh, Meteor. That's a big one. 3 to 10 range. Wow, that's something to be aware of. That is something to be aware of. And where are we in relation to this? Oh, we're already in his range. Is this one? Okay, so we're going to come under fire, quite literally, from the meteor relatively early on. Thankfully, it doesn't have a super high hit chance, so we'll see. We'll see what that means. In my experience, that doesn't necessarily mean a whole lot. I've still been hit by plenty of like single-digit chances. Okay, well, I think that's everything. Everyone. Oh, nope, there's an adept. An item that allows you to acquire the skill Adept when you're at a base, which reminds me I need to apply those skills. I have a wealth of them back at base and haven't done anything with them. Okay, we'll keep things the way they are. Kieran really needs a freaking... Oh, the turn started. That's right. Okay, I would say Kieran really needs an axe. He done got an axe. All right, and we can't even move anyone, so we're just going to go after it. So we'll send big tanky boy Gatry here down. That's fine. He's going to do 16 damage and receive 3 at most. He actually has, I believe, over 40% chance of dodging this attack. So, well, he didn't dodge it. That's fine. Doesn't matter. It's okay. It's only 3 damage. And on the next turn, assuredly, he'll be dealt with. And these guys are nothing to worry about either. So let us, I guess, send more units this way just so we can start to work them out. Unfortunately, nothing he cannot reach. Soren, we're more than happy to take out one of them. Perfect. Use a Thunder so that we save the usages of the Hellfire, being that it's a stronger magic. You kind of want to save that for stronger enemies. Well, bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it plays out for him. And then... I'm curious here, actually. Is there anything else over here? I mean, we've got some movie boys. Ooh, Paladin. Okay. So we got some movie boys and a mage here. Just wanted to double check their range. Nice that Gatry is just on the outside of it. But I'm actually going to think about sending some of these swordback, or rather horseback units off this direction to do combat with the other swords and then get rid of this guy. So let's... I guess, yeah, Titania and Kieran and Oscar can go this way. Make sure she's got the right stuff equipped. I guess that's, well, Polyax. Yeah, do Polyax because she's probably going to fight these guys. And I think that's super effective or extra effective, if you will. Does she have, yeah, let's take the Iron Axe just so that we can be better equipped. Kieran, of course, that is. And then Oscar, you come down as well. And what items do you have? Killer Lance, we'll swap that out for a iron. We don't really want to burn through all the uses of the Killer Lance just yet. Not just yet. And then Devden will come down here and accost this Axie boy. How would that go? Not ideal, not ideal. We'll actually just send you here to sit. You can just stay right there and act as like a meat shield. I'm gonna double check the movements for these guys because these units right here are not necessarily the strongest. Ike, of course, is decently strong and he can handle some stuff. Zehark too, so they can get up in here. No need to shove the teammates. He definitely needs a sword as well. Does Ike have something he can give him? Not really. Not really. Okay, we'll stick around there. And then Boyd, he's our man. If he can't do it, we'll have Ham. Something like that. I think that's how the prophecy goes. And then all of you other weaker units can kind of conglomerate here. Get Rolf in the center because he is arguably the most susceptible to damage. And what do we have here? Okay. And Reese. Well, wait, hold up. Let me see what is this Pegasus Knight. And yeah, there's no way. Pegasus Knight's not. Can I stop selecting you? How do I stop selecting you? Range off. There we go. Yeah, we're fine. Okay. So the only thing he could be attacked by is the meteor, and he has a really high magic resistance, so it's not a problem. Anyway, enemy phase. The swordsman decides to go after Devden, which is as I suspected. Not too bad too, because he's got the type advantage there. Doesn't matter though. He's still, dang, got hit twice. Curious, really. I wonder what the percent chance was there. Second swordsman decides to go after Titania. That is a bold choice. Titania is something of a tank. You see, she's pretty strong. She took a healthy amount of damage there, but I have faith in her abilities going forward. And then this is actually gonna be pretty ugly. What? He dodged. Very nice, Devden. Very nice. You're about as spry as a chinchilla on an Easter Sunday. Hopping around, acting all crazy, hopped up on caffeine. It's incredible. Good job, Oscar, as well. Dodging. Things are going swimmingly, at least to start off. There's a number of heavy units. I didn't notice that prior. I think one of those is a general. Is that boy right there a general? He looks different than the other two, which are obviously knights. I'm going to have to evaluate that here on my next opportunity. Titania takes a healthy 7 damage there. That, maybe she's not as titanky as I had once thought. Those dudes don't want to attack her, interestingly enough. And then Z-Hark gets a chance to show his quality against a heavy-speared horseback boy. He dodges and does a sweetness. he had the power of the cool ice Gatorade coursing through his veins. The first meteor is cast at Boyd, oddly enough. I mean, I guess it makes sense. Boyd is our strongest unit, but he's also one of the units that would be most likely to survive something like that. And I think that's 1 out of 5 uses, so we won't have to worry about that for a whole lot longer. And this boy, sure as heck, is a general. Boyd has his eyes on him. We're going to have to let him come up on us, though. Send Oscar over here to dismantle this mage. You see, mages don't wear armor. I don't know why. I mean, even if I was like a magic user, I would still wear armor, right? Because I'm dancing around on a freaking battlefield. There's arrows and spears and swords and axes and all kinds of heinous crap going on. I don't want to be going about it in a bathrobe, right? Give me at least like some leather armor or something that could like maybe absorb a little bit of an arrow so it doesn't just go right through the freaking cotton into your chest. Maybe that's just me. Apparently, the restrictive nature of armor hinders the magic users. I can't imagine why, but I guess it's not for me to understand. Titania's poleaxe is also not as strong against this boy as I would have thought. Apparently, it is an axe too. I keep getting confused. I think it's like a lance, right? I mean the pole part, but it does also have axe. It's a pole axe. So I suppose that does make sense. Kieran can come around here and not kill him, but do a healthy amount of damage. So we're gonna go ahead and go forward with that. Hopefully the guy doesn't attack back, or rather doesn't hit back. Had a weak chance of doing so. Just as I thought, he missed. Excellent. Bringing him down to 7, and hopefully we can move down a ranged unit to finish that off. Well, actually, yeah, no, let's keep him there. Let's do that. And before we get too distracted, we should probably dispose of this trio here. So, Devden, which one would you have the best chance of eliminating? Really, either of these two. So we got a heavy spear user. Each of them are heavy spear users. Just get rid of this guy. It's cool. We can have some halberdier on soldier action. Beautiful. Beautiful. Well done. You have impaled him beautifully. If such a thing could be described as beautiful, that would be it. Realistically, though, such a thing is probably actually rather heinous in all actuality. Can we get Rolf some free XP? I mean, we can, but it's not going to do him very much good. Ileana is also on our list for XP getting. She'll do it here. I would like to get her in on this guy then, because maybe she can kill him. Thunder? No, she cannot. She cannot, and she'll end up killing this guy. Whatever, I guess that's fine. Sorry, Rolf, you miss out on the XP. Yeah, use Thunder. Now Thunder can be saved for a rainy day. Well, I guess that probably doesn't make sense because there will be Thunder on a rainy day already. She can save it for a sunny day. Is she doing a critical? Did she just do a critical when the guy had 2 health? It's overkill, girl. For someone who's been as sick as often as she has, and she has been quite sick lately. She's sick with the magic, clearly. Leveling up, she got magic, which is excellent. Her magic's kind of low for a level 18 mage. Not super concerned about it, though, because we do have Soren, who's got really high attack, and then Reese, who also has really high magic, so whenever Reese is able to get promoted, he is going to be a tank. I tell you what, can we get Zehark to kill this guy? We can. Excellent. Please do it up, my boy. I'd very much like you to decapitate him, actually, if at all possible. He also whipped out a critical, or it's not a critical, I actually don't know what it's called because I'm playing this game blind. I am doing my best to avoid spoilers. I'm not Googling anything, and I'm avoiding stuff in the comments as much as possible. But there's another, like, critical thing. I don't know. So as a standard critical, the critical that I am used to is triple your normal attack, right? Like, Gatry here is supposed to do 22 damage. He has a 1% chance of a critical, so it's not going to happen. But if he were to critical, he would then do 66 damage. And what happened with Zehark there is something else entirely. And I'm not sure how to assess the likelihood of it ever happening, right? Because as we just saw, you can get the percentage for a critical on this screen right here for Rolf. It's 3. But whatever Zehark did, I don't know. They attack an extra time on their turn, and it's neat, and I wish I knew how to influence it. But then again, it's probably not something that we can even influence, right? It's probably some RNG, some sort of random number generator that determines whatever the probability is. So, oh well. Now let's take a look at all these horsey boys just so we can see what we're up against. And they're all going to come this way, and we don't want that because that's going to put Rolf in some trouble. Reese, can you heal from here? I'd like to use Physic on Titania if at all possible. Excellent. It is possible. Thank you, sir. That works for 2 different reasons. It gets Reese the experience he needs to get closer to getting promoted, and it sends Titania up to the healthy squad, for lack of a better term. All right, you can wait there, and then we're going to bring this big boy right here. Block him off a little bit, and then Ike is also going to come be the other blocker. Sweet, that gets Rolf out of the headache zone, and then we can bring Nephany up to potentially engage next turn. Who are we missing? Oh, Sword. I always forget Soren. He is just sitting there shrouded in blackness that I just never know if he's moved or not. Yeah. Just use fire, buddy. You don't need to get all crazy. You are too powerful and angsty for all these guys, and you're kind of in your natural environment, right? In the darkness of the forest. Definitely seems like the kind of place that Soren would feel at home at. I mean, look at the guy. He's been wearing eyeliner since he came out the womb, gosh darn it. He truly is the OG Goth Kid. Awesome. Enemy phase. What comes next? Of course, the movement of all of these big lunkers. Come on, Bessie. Y'all gonna get smacked around, and this boy decides to, steal bow on Ike. Because, of course, you know, go after the captain, huh? Or commander? The leader, whatever. The guy. Dodging both, though, Ike is not one to get preyed upon so easily. Looks like we've got some lance-on-lance action. Oh, he's got a poleaxe. Don't like that. Don't like that at all. Jiminy Christmas, that was heinous. Wow. Okay, hopefully he does not get meteored. Otherwise, he's going to be he's going to be dead, probably. Like, the meteor is a pretty strong magic attack, and obviously, as we've seen, it has not the best chance of hitting, but when it does, it really freaking counts. Of course, yeah, it's going right after Oscar. Come on, Oscar. Woo-wee! He missed. It's great. And you hear the sirens. They're outside. They thought it was going to hit. My goodness. It's fine. It's fine. He didn't get hit.
Here we go, boss. The real fighting starts now.
Yeah, are you sure I'm the one you wanted? Oh, I hope this is over quickly. Very good. Glad to see you guys. Now get down here. Now. Because God knows that enemy reinforcements are likely to spawn in the same general location. We sure as heck don't want you to be cut off from the rest of the group and get exploited as a result. Alright, so how do we want to tackle this? We've got 6 enemy units in the immediate vicinity. Obviously, Oscar needs to be healed, so I think maybe the first course of action would be to do that? Although maybe we should just wait and see. Who is inside of Ike? Someone inside of Ike? I don't remember this. This may be something I did last. He's carrying Leanne. Leanne? From King of the Hill? Who is that? I don't recall. It's been a minute since I played. I'm sorry. I should have rewatched last episode before I recorded this, but whatever. We're here now, and I guess I can give birth to Leanne eventually. Maybe not right now. I want to see. You can't even kill these people. All right, Titania. How about you use your pole axe on this guy? Nearly kill him. It's fine that you don't. We'll be able to bring in Rolf from the behind. Oh, what? There was an 80% chance of her hitting, and she missed. Are you kidding me? What kind of chickamungus is this? We're gonna send Boyd to come deal with the general, because look at that. Who else would we want to deal with the general? Baby, one hit him. Smack him with the hammer. He is like a bent nail just waiting to get corrected. You done good, Boyd. You done good. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. Boyd is truly a freaking animal. Even though I'm not the hugest fan of his, like, mask thing, but whatever. All right, who is next? I suppose Gatry can come in and, he's got a worse odds of hitting there. Kieran, how about you against here? That works. You won't kill the paladin, but you'll come close, and that would actually be a healthy amount of experience for Rolf to come soak up. Because a paladin, obviously, as you probably know watching this, a paladin is the classed up version of the cavaliers, of the horseback riders. So it's just stronger. Soren, what if you come down here and use Elfire against these boys? Yeah, maybe even just fire. No, fire has one use. Thunder! Electrocute this man in the metal coat. Surely thunder should be like super effective against these kind of units. I mean, I can't imagine that electrifying a giant tin boy would go any other way than like extremely harmful. Right? Like you would be fried alive instantly. It'd turn the inside into one sort of giant oven. Quite sick, really, if I'm being completely honest, but it's fine, it's fine. Let's get you down here, Mr. Rolf, so that you might be able to finish off this paladin. No, 1 damage. 3 damage. Goodness gracious, and the paladin has a short axe, that's right, so they would hit back. Don't love it. Don't love it. What else do we have here? We have Ike. He can come around and do the thing, I think. Yeah? Alright, Ike. Be the leader. He's our man. If he can't do it, we won't have Ham, because Ham comes from Boyd. If Ike can't do it, we all die. We lose the chapter, we have to restart. He's the main character. And Ike has leveled up to 20. 40 HP, which is excellent. And I noticed that it stopped at 0. Yeah, he can't go past 20. Weird. Why can some units go past 20 like Oscar, but others cannot? Fascinating. Let's get Lance Girl here. Steel bow. Maybe Zhark's hurt, actually. Maybe this will work? I mean, if you get a critical, come on, Oscar, do a critical, please. You have roughly 1/3 of a chance of a critical. We need a critical. He says no, as he usually does. Goodness gracious. Oh, buddy. Okay, we'll move you out of the way. We'll bring in Gatry to finish the job. Hopefully. There's a freaking 26% chance that he doesn't, but we gotta believe. We gotta believe! Oh, he did it for us. Excellent. Well done, Gatry. No longer will be plagued by the distance of the steel bow. Instead, we will only have to worry about the immediate hand-to-hand combat units that are in the immediate vicinity. Gatry's also leveled up as a result, hitting 40 in HP and closing in on 20 for both strength and defense. That's actually quite nice, if I do say so. Quite nice indeed. I'm gonna have to send Zhark to deal with this axe. Use the killing edge. No, don't. Just don't get hit. Please don't get hit, man. Like, if you get hit, it's gonna be real disappointing. Good. Thank God. Okay. Ooh, my hands are starting to sweat just a wee bit. But it's fine. He gets to level up as well. And is that also 20? No, it's 19. Only speed and HP, which is a little bit disappointing. Man needs some defense. Like nobody's business. So we've also got this guy. Who is he going to go after? Undoubtedly, probably Zehark, so we should probably move Devdin in front of him. And then like Nephany to the side. I don't know. Who has better defense? Nephany's defense is 10. Zehark's defense is also 10. But Zehark has the sword, so that's, yeah, the type. Well, he's got a javelin anyway, so he's going to go after him. Son of a munchkin. All right, well, let's... Oh, gosh, what am I going to do here, actually? I don't know. We'll move these units here. Leave Rolf there. And I'm going to do you have a vulnerary? You don't have a vulnerary. Does anyone... He has one. Cool, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to go up here with Devdin, have him reach inside of Zehart's pockets when he's not looking, grab the Kool-Aid out of there, guzzle it right next to him like it didn't even happen, like he didn't just rob the guy. Beautiful. And then I'm going to bring Nephany over here, and I'm going to bring Reese off this direction so that he might rub his Mend staff on Zehark. Now, Oscar's still in a bit of a pickle. He is still hurting, but we're doing the best that we can. So let's see what the enemy decides to do. Oh, he decides to retreat and throw his freaking javelin at Boyd. Is that really the tree you want to bark up, man? I mean, you hit him amazingly. I don't know how. You had to have had like a 2% chance. But really? Really? Oh, Braum. Wow. That was not ideal. Oh, boy. Thankfully, there's only probably, what, like 2 more uses of Meteor? We should probably consider going up there and killing him. Instead, we're killing horses. They have gotten hammered. It's not really an ideal use of the hammer. As we know, it's strong against the heavily armored units, but whatever. He's dead.
Uh-oh. They're still going at it over here. Shall we go around?
I suppose so. 2 human armies bashing one another's brains out. I wonder what they're after.
Hot Pockets. He wants to go home. Didn't you say you got the Hot Pockets, T-Barn?
That's the sound again. Rayson, are you doing that? No, I suppose not.
The forest is whispering something. I don't speak that language. I don't know how to pronounce that, otherwise I would try. Gutat ubu yun tidili tough poof. King T-Barn, Prince Rayson, look there.
Eh?
Huh? The blue-haired human is carrying something on his back. No, it can't be.
Is that another heron?
But that's not...
I think some of the humans might be fighting to protect the heron. Grr. It's against my nature, but we shall aid them. Janaf, Ulki, to me.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Fascinating. T-Barn, please, allow me to go with you.
If you forswear the forbidden magic, you may come.
Agreed. Alright, so they're hopping up kind of where we're at. Are they about to attack? What are they going to do? Yep, they are getting after it. T-Barn, with a huge amount of health and a huge amount of attack power, clearly, he pecked that boy's face right off. It's astounding. Janaf, also solidly strong, killing his enemy as well in 1 turn. I mean, it took 2 attacks, but it's still 1 turn. And then they just decided, Ulki and Rayson, that is, decided to just surround. Okay, I don't know what's up with that, but let's get Ike over here to speak to them, huh? No, Ike cannot speak. Can Ike drop the heron? Shove them! Yes, that's one way to introduce yourself. Let's get Soren to cast some magic on this guy. Yeah, look at that, 29. He had such a low chance of hitting. Crazy. Yeah, whatever. Get Soren the XP, it's fine. Burn this man, electrocute this man inside of his metal suit. He craves it, it's fine. This is as God intended, clearly. Otherwise, he wouldn't be wearing the metal suit in the first place. Surely by now they know what we're capable of. They know that we're traveling with like 5 different mages, so, I mean, come on. And speaking of mages, I need to, yeah, he's got 2 more uses of this. I should probably, first and foremost, get Braum out of his radius? You are not capable of handling that, my man. And then we can get, I guess, Boyd can go a little deeper up here and instigate some fights with the locals. Just, yeah, do this for us, dude. Let's get the steel axe out, though, because there's no more need for the hammer. There's no more heavy units. I mean, there's the one, this guy, but meh, it's fine. Devden, you can also kind of go the same general direction. And really, most everyone can. Let's get... Okay, so you two are going to move in tandem. Wow, you guys can't move very much, can you? And then Oscar is going to suck down the Kool-Aid right out of Kieran's back pocket. You see, we like to share the Kool-Aids around here. We are a family. We don't even use a different straw. We just sip from the exact same straw at the exact same time. It's quite nasty, really. And then everyone else can kind of mosey on. I'm going to try and get the weaker units with the less magic resistance out of the fray there. Like, Gatry, how much magic resistance does Gatry have? He's okay. He can stay in the range. I'll let that happen. Of course, Reese with the huge magic resistance can come, so can Ileana. But the rest of you, I'm going to have you just kind of saddle along the outside of this as to not get assaulted. I don't want that. Enemy phase. Who does he choose? He goes after, yep, look at him, Gatry. Boom, raining hellfire. It's a good hit. It's a good hit. They've got one more use, but they're not going to last another turn. Oh, buddy, they're not going to last another turn at all. Boyd's going to come up there and have a heated exchange and express his severe disappointment. I'm going to express my disappointment. Boyd, how did he miss? I am going to be extremely curious to see what the odds were there, because he had, one, the type advantage, and two, there was no actual, like, shrubbery or obstacles, right? Like sometimes on Fire Emblem maps, you can park a unit on top of a bush or, I don't know, some sort of different terrain tile that offers a level of avoidance or otherwise difficulty in connecting an attack. Prince Rayson heals Ike. Wow. A display of goodwill. We couldn't talk to him, but he's just like whipping out his Healy staff and doing the things. Janaf and apparently T-Barn, I'm guessing, are on the death march, and they're going to go assault all of those. So if I want the experience, I better get up there quickly, because they're just going to do some terrible things. Yep, as I thought, there are some reinforcements coming from where Mia and Braum originated. That dude's pretty well outfitted. And Venom Bow on one of them. Gonna have to be aware of that, because that's going to be a pain in the butt. Man, do they have the movement. Oh my god, that's astounding. Boyd, what is your... A 69. Nice. But why so little? Why so little? Let's kill this mage, since we're here. Split him in two. He's been accosting us for far too long, and I understand he only has the one use of the meteor left, but well, we don't need him to do that. That's fine. He can just do that in the afterlife, baby. And then I have a mind to send some horseback units up here to deal with this. Maybe we can just cut it off at the bud. Poleaxe doesn't do too hot. Steel Lance does 24. I mean, the Steel Lance does more. Technically, it does less because we're using it twice. But on the whole, right, through the entire attack, it does more. So I guess that's what we'll go with and save the Poleaxe for a rainy day. Nearly leveling up Titania. Gosh darn, that would have been nice. It's too bad that Kieran does not have a more mobile weapon for distance. Otherwise, I would be using that right there. And I guess those two will be fine. Maybe we'll send Braum. Or rather, let us use Physic real quick on Mr. Braum. And then we'll have him go up there. Hopefully his defense is up to snuff. I'm not going to send him like at the forefront by any means, but I'm definitely going to leave him back here to potentially fight. Everyone else, though, you guys need to get out of the fray. You guys are not meant to be in a band, all right? Step one, you say you need to talk. Step one, you need to get out of the range. Gatry's kind of hurting too. I'm curious. What's the movement here for these guys? Not much. Not much. Alright, well, this is okay. Let's kill the Pegasus Knight. Let's use Sorin to start it off and then hopefully finish it with Devdin. Perfect, yeah, 16, leaving him with 5 HP. That should do it, right? Unless he's doing a critical. Is that a critical? That looks suspicious. He did a critical. Sorin, you dog. You want all the experience for yourself. Your insatiable bloodlust has taken over your personality, and I love it. It's excellent because we are the benefactors of it. Obviously, if we were on opposing sides, I would like it a little bit less. But we're not. We're not. We're on the same side, so it's great. And is this everyone? Obviously, Brahms. Maybe I should just get Brahm out of there. What is his defense at again? His defense is at 14 compared to the 14 and the 12 of Titania. So, yeah, you can hang out. Your defense is just as strong as theirs, and you also have a rangy weapon. Rangy weapon that won't do you a whole lot of good, so let's... Ooh, 5 times 2? Maybe we should get you out of there. Your speed is a little terrible. It'll get you killed. Alright, let's... Oscar? No, I want to send help this way, but I really just don't have it. Oh, this is going to be a tough one for these guys. Thankfully, they're mostly healed. Kieran is not. But gosh darn it, hopefully he's feeling a little dodgy. Not dodgy in the way of, like, sick or something, but dodgy in the way of, well, you know, like, dodging. Like dodging. We can send Gatry. Maybe they'll be interested in him. How is his health doing? His health is not ideal, but his defense is good. Can we trade with someone with a Kool-Aid? Everyone's just drinking Kool-Aid right out of the back pockets of their comrades. Why don't you guys just drink your own Kool-Aids? Hint, hint, spoiler alert, it's because I didn't outfit them properly. But I haven't really, in my defense, had an opportunity to outfit them because this chapter has been like 4 chapters long. It's incredible. The first person targeted on the top hand, the northeastern side, is Titania. She's been poisoned! Oh my god. We gotta end this match soon, otherwise surely she will perish. She's getting attacked again. Okay, I'll take that. I mean, she has the right speed to not allow them to attack more than once. And she dodged the second one anyway, so it's great. Now she gets to level up, so she'll be even faster. And this will potentially make her not the target, too. I'm curious. Well, it just increased her luck. I'm curious what the actual, like, calculations are that are going on behind the scenes that determine who the enemy units prioritize for their attack, right? Like, for the longest time, I thought that they would prioritize whoever was weakest or whoever was the most important, right? Like, if they could attack Ike, they would attack Ike. But as I've noticed throughout this playthrough, that's not the case. Ike has been attacked a lot on a number of occasions, but he is definitely not some shining beacon of attack me, if that makes sense. They tend to go after weaker units, in my experience. I guess they just go after who they feel they can kill the easiest. Similar here to T-Barn, immediately going after the defenseless mage or cleric or bishop or whatever, the defenseless healer. Truly, T-Barn is, well, a psychopath. But I guess they just have no love lost for humans anyways, right? So what does it matter to them? They don't know any different. Oh god, more reinforcements. What kind of chickamungus is that? That's not ideal. That's not ideal at all. We're gonna have to send Gatry in to teach him straight here. The Armor Slayer, it's a Surd. Let me see what they have. A Laguz Slayer, which I'll probably want to get rid of. A Javelin and a Steel Blade. I can't really get rid of the Laguz Slayer. That's too bad. What else is there? I mean, Ike can come... Well, we don't want Ike to go against the lance now, do we? That wouldn't work. What if Ike went against the sword up here? Still wouldn't go very well. Still wouldn't go very well. Well, let's evaluate this situation first, shall we? Get Gatry back up in the action, at least a little bit closer. I don't think he can contribute just yet, but I'm gonna have to heal Titania. Oh, man. Titania, be mended, be physicked. Physicicize her, thank you. And then hopefully we can get rid of this paladin. Iron Axe, I mean, that's fine. It's not really great, but it's a start. It'll take him down to 17? Yeah, perfect. And then hopefully Titania can attack twice because that's not an insurmountable amount of HP for 2 different attacks. So we will see. Fingers crossed. And we'll go up here and just kind of hang out. Alright, Titania, what is the verdict? No. Poleaxe? Yes. Ooh, there's 1 out of 4 chance that she misses. Come on, Bessie, please just hit this boy. I beg of you. Thank you. Goodness gracious, this has been excellent. Very good. Very good. So the northeastern section is dealt with. I mean, I would not be surprised if more enemies came down. But for now, I think we're in an okay shape. These guys are just Bowie boys, and they'll get dealt with accordingly eventually. And you can go up here. If they come down this way, then they'll just be in a world of hurt anyways, because all the other units are here. And we'll even send Rolf to participate as well. But this kind of worries me because we don't really have a whole lot of health over here. Obviously, the one healer, Reese, has already used his turn. Gonna have to rely on Soren. Take out the Armor Slayer. And then I'm going to send Boyd in to either deal with the Laguz Slayer or the Paladin. I'm not certain yet. I think it would make sense to do either, right? Like getting rid of the Laguz Slayer would be good because we don't want any of the green neutral units to get killed. And that would probably have the best chance of doing so. Send that to the convoy. Oh, we do have a healer. Soren can heal. That's right, I forgot. But then this guy is also pretty strong too, just in general, right? Like it's a classed up unit. So I'm not certain yet which one I'm doing. You know what, let's... oh wow, only a 65 chance of hitting. I guess it is a steel blade. They're both swords. Let's do this. Hopefully he does a critical and can just get it done in the one go. Huh? How do you like that? No, he says, I want to use my axe twice. At least he hit both times. There wasn't the greatest odds of that happening. But really, I should know better than to doubt our boy, Boyd. Leveled up his weapon as well. To S. Can't get any better than that. He is supreme. And you know what that means? When you're supreme with a weapon? It means there's tomatoes and lettuce and sour cream all over it. Isn't it awesome? Okay, let's... Heavy spear. Yeah, that's fine. We need to protect Soren, so I definitely want this guy to be on that side of him anyways. And we will, I guess, move Ike up there now. We're kind of getting, I don't know. Hopefully the green units can take care of some stuff for us on their turn because we're kind of getting a little stretched thin right here. Ooh, Ike is not the greatest right here. Whatever, just do that. Do a little bit of damage and probably dodge his javelin attack. Either way. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, Jiminy Christmas, that was heinous. Oh god, I did not like that. It's gonna give me diarrhea. Oscar, you get up there now. What weapon? Killer Lance? No, let's just use the Iron Lance. You sit. Z-Heart can kind of get in there as well. We'll just guys kind of move everyone a little bit that way. A lot of these units probably aren't even going to participate. They're just here to help, and that, you know, in that regard, I guess, Mia, you can come over here. Enemy phase. Of course, they're going after Titania again. I was hoping that the neutral units, that the Laguz were going to be able to go next, but I guess that's not the case. And no, not Titania. They went after Kieran. Excuse me. I mean, you're both red knights. You can hardly blame me, I mean, right? That's not to say that I'm trying to judge you by color, but I mean, the red, the crimson color of your armor, it's kind of, well, unique. There's only 2 of you. All 3 of them choosing to go after Kieran. That's kind of interesting, considering the last turn they all chose to go after Titania. It seems to me that the 1 level that she gained was enough to make them reevaluate their strategy. Fascinating. And the Paladin decides to go after Devdin. Okay, that is curious. I wonder why they would want to do that. They only connected with one of their 2 hits, so it sure, or one of their 2 attempts. So it sure wasn't the most efficient use of their energy. Clearly, the other dude rides over to attack Janaf. Wild. What's up with that, buddy? What are you doing? Looks like a few of them are attacking the Laguz. T-Barn getting assaulted twice, actually. Taking no damage either time because he's a freaking green eagle. Dude, he's got the power of St. Patrick coursing through his veins.
Listen to me, you boors. You can't possibly understand the pursuit of beauty. You are savages. You are a blight on the world, and you must die.
Really? They're the savages, and you're the one keeping a slave, huh? Some serious back-asswardness going on. Dude has transformed. Ulki has killed. Excellent. I see why he wasn't attacking. He wasn't in his final form. Oh no! T-Barn's gonna kill Oliver. Gosh darn it, that ends the map. I wanted that.
Oh, I cannot. Such a loss to beauty.
Well, you kinda asked for it, man. It's you! On your back. Who is it you carry? Oh, the girl? I think she may be somebody you know, but...
Yeah, there.
How is this possible? How did you survive all this time?
I ate burritos.
Leanne? Do you know who I am? That's right. You remember my name. Have you been here by yourself for all of these years? Man, I don't know what she's saying. The forest protected her. It kept her asleep for so long. There's no way to express my gratitude. More language.
You there, Bjork.
Me?
I am T-Barn, King of Phoenicius. Since the loss of their homeland, the Serene's royal family has been under my guardianship. Who are you, and why do you aid the Herons?
My name is Ike. I am commander of the Grail Mercenaries. I am under the orders of the Empress, the Apostle Sanaki, to protect the Herons.
The Empress of this country wants to protect the Herons? Ha! That is an interesting tale. The Herons were blamed for the assassination of the last Empress. They were massacred on hearsay. And now her ancestor wants to help them touching.
The Empress Sanaki knows that the Herons are not murderers, and now she is trying to atone for the crimes of her people. No, I cannot believe that. Pathetic apologies and half-baked platitudes are easily spoken. Humans burned Serene Forest. They killed my family. I cannot trust one who allies himself with them. Please, withhold judgment until you speak with the Apostle. She's waiting at the forest's edge. The Apostle is here? She is everywhere. She is omnipresent, my boy. She is all-knowing and 6 years old. So you are the Apostle.
I am.
Hmm.
No! I'm sorry. I'm ignorant as to what the words of contrition will be appropriate to one of the Heron tribe, yet I stand before you as a representative of my people. From the depths of my heart, I apologize to you. I am sorry. So truly sorry. Amber, Sonic, what are you doing? You are the Apostle. You cannot bend your knee to another.
Peace. Peace, dude. Let her speak her heart.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Leanne?
You... What is it you want? Are you telling me to stand? I don't speak Spanish. You...
Leanne. And she has sided with the Apostle. What does this mean? She has moved on to the right side of the screen. Leanne, you cannot ask me to forgive them. You were asleep. You don't know what these humans did to us. She argues. You know? She explains her argument. That's right. Everyone is gone. That's why I cannot release my hatred. She continues to explain herself. In depth. He explains back. In another language I understand, if that is truly how you feel. Apostle Sanaki, we accept your apology. We may not be able to release our hatred of Bjork, but you need not let the fate of Serene's Forest trouble you any longer. You are absolved of that guilt.
Thank you.
And that was well done.
Yes.
It's a happy family. We all good now, baby.
My Lord Ike, what will happen now?
The Heron siblings said there would be some sort of ceremony, but I don't know what that entails.
You there, Bjork mercenaries, Prince Rayson wants all of you to come to the Serene's altar. The presence of Princess Crimea and the Apostle is also requested.
Altar? Just come with me. It's this way. Isn't that where the evil magic was gonna happen?
Empress Soniki, Commander Secret, let us go. Very well. Let's hurry, Ike.
Right. Right. Sure, of course I will. I'll jostle myself as quickly as possible. And it looks like we are gifted with cutscene, perhaps? Maybe? I don't know. It's like, yep, there it is, a cutscene. Excellent. Well, let us enjoy.
Mist, isn't that Mother's song?
Not quite. But it is close. Ike, look! Up there! It's incredible!
Lord of the Forest. He's returned.
That was excellent. The best Hot Pocket I've ever had.
It's so beautiful.
Cheese everywhere, tortellinis.
The Herons forest, beloved of the goddess, is alive once more. You spoke so well earlier, Empress Soniki. You fill my heart with pride. Here now, none of that. This is no place for tears. I'm sorry. I'm just so happy.
Ah, excellent. The gap between Laguz and Bjork has been bridged. I think this may be enough.
What's wrong, Soren? You look so grim. What are you looking at?
It's nothing. Nothing at all. Wait, Soren, what in the world is wrong with him? Soren, you better be good, man. We already done got our backs stabbed by Gatry and freaking Shannon once before. I'd be real heartbroken if you left. Oh, goodness gracious. Yes, we'd love to save and take us to what I presume is chapter 18. What does that mean at the main old cathedral? I don't know, but we're going to find out next time. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you then.